The International Exhibition of Modern Art, better known as the Armory Show, held at the 69th Regiment Armory in Manhattan in 1913, is often referred to as the moment modern art arrived in America.
The Armory Show was really the first big modern art show in America. So it's the exhibition that introduced artists like Picasso, Matisse, Cezanne on a large scale to America.
100 years later, the Montclair Art Museum has a different version of the story to tell with The New Spirit, American Art in the Armory Show.
It's really finally giving the American artists their due, and I think two of the myths that came up, one is that, the show was mostly important because of the European artists like Marcel Duchamp and Matisse and Picasso and Brancusi, and that the American artists were ignored and didn't really get much attention at the time of the show, and that's actually not true. I mean, they had a great critical reception. Many articles were written looking at the American art as well as the European art. And even some of the American artists who were more abstract and innovative in their approach, like John Marin and Marsden Hartley, for example. These artists sometimes, in some cases, they got just as much criticism as the European artists. In other words, their work was regarded as, as radical and as difficult, as challenging as some of the European artists. So they were put on a par with them. William Glackens did a big painting called Family Group, and it was commended by critics for its bold color and vibrant forms. And so it was a painting that was very well received. And there were almost 20% of the show were comprised of women artists too, so it was very radical. In a way, the whole history of American art has often been that America was really not a major player in the art world until around World War II, with the rise of abstract expressionism in America. Jackson Pollock, for example. Those are the kind of artists that first achieved an international reputation, a lot of attention. So that's why often the artists earlier in the century, the American artists, tend to be kind of forgotten, and so we want to correct that.
The museum always has exhibitions of a wide variety in its galleries. For instance, we have a great Andy Warhol show on view at the present time, but we always do exhibitions like that, which are exciting, fun, and different for the community. Also, you're going to find great permanent collections on view all the time, which focus on the whole American experience, from Native American art and prehistory to colonial period and through to the present day, in works from painting, sculpture, and multimedia. The museum is about to celebrate its centennial in 2014, but even 100 years ago was very focused on contemporary artists. Some of the earliest pieces in our collection are from that time period at the turn of the 19th century. So today we are excited about inaugurating a contemporary art program with our very first curator of contemporary art. So though we've always been interested in contemporary art, now we are really focusing on it. We'll be doing Emerging Artists series in new media, so you'll see video projections on the outside of the building, or perhaps installation art in ways that we have not been able to do before without this contemporary focus. The museum also offers classes through our Yard Art School, some amazing classes in drawing, ceramic, sculpture, and now media arts.
Hi, my name is Gary Godby, and I'm a painting instructor at the Montclair Art Museum Yard School of Art. Right now we have currently a show of my students' work from my portrait painting class, and I'd like to show you a couple of pieces. Right here we have a portrait done by Christine Meyer, one of my longtime students, and one of the wonderful things about this painting is the fact that she's really got a very bold and strong method of putting the paint down, and really has gotten a likeness for our model. One of the reasons that we have this portrait class is for people to explore the idea that you have a variety of different ways to present your idea of someone's image, trying to get a sense of the likeness, learning a little bit about anatomy, and also being able to create something that's a beautiful painting by itself or a work of art. This is a wonderful example of one of the wonderful students we have, and again, I think this painting is very successful.
One of the wonderful features of the Montclair Art Museum is our beautiful Lear Hall, which is an enormous space, multi-purpose, can be used for lectures, dances, weddings. We have programs for families, children, and adults. We have tours, we have art classes. There's always something to take advantage of here. So come and visit the Montclair Art Museum, where you'll find something for everyone, from toddlers to seniors. This is a place to really come and relax and enjoy a beautiful, leisurely artistic experience.